Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we got a bunch of news, including AJ Styles talking about what's next in the ring for him. Will he go to AEW? Ooh, he gave a little bit of insight into where his mind is at right now.
Will Uncle Allen be all elite?
Uncle Allen's in the elite zone. Also, we got some news on the WWE draft. If and when it's going to come back, we got a bunch of little bits from what you guys want us to talk about, including this might make the thumbnail, Larson. I don't know. Michael Hayes talking about his comments on Unreal running down Chelsea Green. Oh,
I thought you were going to mention the Antonio Inoki androids.
Maybe I can make a clip out of that one. I don't know. I'd be kind of interested. Making like a Boston Dynamics robot with Inoki's head on it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be interesting. And of course, it's Thursday, so we've got your AEW Dynamite review. Somebody in our comments yesterday for the Hot Takes episode, which I recommend you guys go watch,
yes,
said their hot take was Larson would love to only review AEW and Steve would like to only review WWE. Do you agree with that hot take?
This week, no. Last week, maybe.
It's kind of like a week-to-week thing, isn't it?
It really is.
You know, what have you done for me lately, AEW or WWE?
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
Too.
Before we address whatever concerns, criticisms you might have with Dynamite this week, let's talk about some news. Namely, you mentioned Uncle Allen. AJ Styles, of course, recently retired. Just had his retirement celebration on Raw this past week. Officially put his vest, his gloves down in the ring, signifying he's done.
With AEW. I'm sorry,
No,
with WWE.
With WWE.
With WWE, yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of conversation about the possibilities of him, now that he's at least done with his WWE career. Hey, maybe he'll show up in AEW, have a match or two. Maybe. A match against Will Ospreay or Kenny Omega or Swerve Strickland. There's a number of wrestlers in AEW that AJ could have spectacular matches with. Well, I'll say this, don't get your hopes up, because during a recent appearance on Talkin' Shop, AJ seemingly dashed all hopes of him having a match in AEW, saying the following. These transcripts come to you from WrestlingNews.co. Quote, let me give you something to talk about. So everybody wants to say, oh, WWE put him, talk about himself, in the Hall of Fame so that he couldn't go to AEW. Guys, I am retired from wrestling in the ring. Like, that's all this is. I make my own choices. I make my own decisions. I was ready. Talks about what's next for him. Says, I'm still going to be working with WWE. That's not going to change. I have these dreams of helping out young talent. If somebody is not ready once they get here, it's my job to hopefully help them get to that point to where they can do it. And they are confident when they step into a WWE ring. Being able to help with that is a blessing. So a PW Insider reported that AJ has, in fact, signed a new WWE contract.
So, no wink and a nod there. Oh, no, I'm definitely done with WWE. I'm definitely retired. And he's all winking his eye, all obviously.
And like Carl Anderson's like, what's going on? What, you got something in your eye there?
Oh, no, man. I'm trying to signify that I'm going to AEW. I'm all elite.
Well, that seems to be that, doesn't it?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. So
he's done.
We've talked about, maybe he'll have another match in AEW if that's something he wants. Taking AJ at his word, which I see no reason not to at this juncture.
But here's the thing, Larson. Here's the thing. What is one thing we know wrestlers love to do?
Lie.
They love to lie. Oh, look at us. A couple of marks. He's working us marks, Larson. This right here, further proof that he will be all elite August 30th.
I mean, it's not taking into account the report from PW Insider that he signed a new contract,
which expires August 29th.
Keep thinking that, Steve.
Probably not. This is, dude, look, this is not surprising. People, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter. People are still, because they want to see this shit. They're still
trying to
going
manifest
to be,
what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And so people still be like, oh, when's that deal done with WWE? Is there wiggle room out of it? Yeah. I mean, dude, from everything we've seen and heard, everything about AJ Styles to me says He's a dude who is all in on WWE, not all in. So yeah, this isn't. This is interesting that he went on there and seemingly, because this was literally one of the hot takes yesterday.
Yeah,
WWE simply put him in the Hall of Fame so that he would not go to AEW. He literally says that here. Confirmed he watches our show. And this is addressed to us, basically.
Well, no, that sentiment about him going in the Hall of Fame to keep him from going to AEW is a sentiment, a thought I'd seen prior to that hot take.
Well, there you go.
So, I think so. In our comments, maybe on the Raw recap, mentioned that.
I'm sure
I think it's something that's going around in the general internet wrestling conversation.
I literally saw this, I think, on Threads today or Twitter, one of them. I forget what, but yeah. I literally saw the exact same thing. I guess the best we could maybe hope for is another match within WWE. If he ever decides to do that one last thing, it'll probably be within WWE, probably not AEW.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, having done as much as he has done, when you look at him at the age of, I guess, would have been 38, 10 years ago when he showed up in the WWE, and you look at him now, this dude has put a lot of wear and tear on his body, wrestling the way he always has. And yeah, if this is it for him, boy, what a hell of a career. I don't need any more from AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Even though the nerd in me would love to see more. There's a lot of matches out there that people can enjoy.
Oh, without a doubt. And he's been pretty clear that he wants to retire when he could still actually go. He doesn't want to overextend his welcome. He doesn't want to be in there being, a mere shadow of what he used to be.
Undertaker.
Yeah. And, you'd like to think the sooner he gets out of this business, at least from the in-ring perspective, the better off his long-term health will hopefully be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Wrestling is a incredibly physical profession to be in. It takes a toll on your body, as we've seen countless times, and you'd like to hope, especially someone like AJ, who's wrestled a very physical style throughout most of his career. The thought has to be in his head, I want to be able to walk when I'm 70, Yeah. Not have a number of back surgeries and things like that as he gets older. So I think wrestlers these days are far more aware of that kind of stuff as opposed to years past where they would just keep on wrestling till the wheels fell off.
Yeah, dude, I don't think anybody can look at Ric Flair's last match and say, hey, this is really what I want for myself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Boy, what a debacle that was. And I think if Ric Flair did a service to anybody, it was to wrestlers. To say
a cautionary tale. Yeah.
Do you guys want to do this? Woo! Do you guys want to black out, nearly die in the ring? If the Randy the Ram movie wasn't enough, this is the real life version of that. So yeah. Anyway, Larson, we just dashed a bunch of people's hopes in terms of AJ Styles getting back in the ring. Why don't we continue to dash hopes by talking about the WWE draft? So Body Slam Plus has some bad news regarding the possibility of WWE having a draft in 2026, stating sources indicate to Body Slam that there is no tentative date for a WWE draft in 2026. The rosters could be reshuffled throughout the year, just like in 2025. But as of right now, there is no draft currently scheduled. End quote. Larson, 2025, the way they reshuffled the roster, I would apply the word haphazard to it because it was a lot of different weird justifications and motivations as opposed to one tidy draft. That being said, it sort of fits in line with WWE evidently to this day still, shuffling plans for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So being able to do things on the fly, I feel is probably a bit more up their alley than, hey, let's do this draft, and then we're stuck with what we got.
Yeah. Also in this Body Slam Plus report, they mentioned that ESPN had conversations with WWE about airing some sort of draft special if they were to have a draft last year to coincide with the launch of WWE on the ESPN Unlimited app.
Could you imagine? You're sitting
Mel
there.
Kiper and Todd McShay analyzing the draft?
Well, you're sitting there watching like real sports, right? You're watching fucking not the show Real Sports. You're watching like NBA, right? It's like, I got to catch my thunder, you know?
Then Brian Windhorst busts in with some WWE draft news.
Or he got this ticker going along, you know, fucking.
What if WWE hired Woj?
Miles Bourne is heading to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And you're like, the fuck? Why don't you tell me who's going to be in the, you know, co-starring in the latest John Wick movie while you're at it?
Yeah.
On my Real Sports channel.
You know, WWE
out of here.
Never really did a good job of presenting the draft like an actual sports style draft.
Oh.
But then they never really did a good job of using the draft to tell like actual stories for the most part either. There's a couple instances you could probably point to, but by and large, it seemed more of an obligation. All right, we got to get this over with. Maybe this will pop a number for the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they never really seemed to have a whole lot of creative investment in the idea of doing an annual draft. So apparently Triple H just said, to hell with it, we're not doing it.
It's the number one reason why I'd never want to see WWE in its current state try their own G1 or their own Continental Classic, because there's too many moving parts for their simple brains.
Yeah, it could be.
Know? I mean, dude, look, according to Hot Take Guy, I'm number one WWE fan.
Yeah.
And even I'm sitting here thinking like, I get it. It's too much for you guys to handle. Like, it could be so intriguing and so much fun every year if they do like this month-long thing where for days you've got all these, you know, power plays and, oh, what if we trade this person for that person and et cetera, et cetera. It could consume the entirety of WWE and be like,
you could have like a draft combine.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
For like prospective NXT call-ups.
A lot of these athletes are very impressive.
Yes. Yes. You could do all sorts of really fun stuff, or at least try it once. Doesn't work, fine. But like the most they ever really did to actually stick to any sort of actual sports draft thing was they would show the war rooms for each brand on occasion briefly and maybe twice during the course of the draft episode. It was fun that one year where Cletus, the Fox sports robot, was in there. Yeah. But otherwise.
Dude, I mean, it would be so great if, you know, you take the real writer's room that we've seen in Unreal, and you throw some people, you throw Aldis and Pierce in there making their case for why people should end up on their brands, and you sort of integrate the creative aspect of it with sports. They're too simple for that. They're too simple. That's too tall of a task to sit there. Could you imagine Road Dogg trying to wrap his head around that shit?
He make his case, and everybody just stares at him blankly, just turns around.
Yeah.
Triple H there chewing his ice.
Yeah. No, man. There is an opportunity there for something really awesome, but you need some minds that are young and aren't just riddled with like, you know, chair shot after chair shot 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need some fresh marbles, man.
Yeah, it's an infusion of new thinking would probably benefit W's writer room. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Michael Hayes here in just a bit, but we have some sponsors for the show this week, Larson. So let's talk about them.
Let's do it. This episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by Tempo. I try to eat well, and I try my best to make my own healthy meals at home as often as I can, but there are times, far too often, my schedule is just too packed, and prioritizing healthy eating is, unfortunately, one of the first things I have to drop just to save a little bit of time.
Ah, man, I hear you. In times like those, my default used to be, hey, I'm going to go to my nearest drive-thru, or, just constantly run to the kitchen and grab whatever snacks I wanted. But now I reach for Tempo. Tempo provides me with nutrient-packed meals that are delivered directly to my door and are ready to eat in 2 minutes. Perfect for those times when I need real fuel real fast.
And Tempo keeps things exciting with 20 new chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals every week, like basil pesto chicken. You like pesto, Steve.
I certainly do.
And Chipotle ranch chicken. And they're made from nutrient-rich ingredients so you can stay consistent with your healthy eating habits.
Tempo is convenient and flexible enough to fit the way you want to eat. No matter your goals, Tempo has a meal for you. They've got carb-conscious, GLP-1 balanced meals, and protein-packed meals with, get this, Larson, I know you'll love it, 30 grams of protein.
Did you just say 30 grams?
You heard me correctly.
I like the sound of that. For a limited time, Tempo is offering Going In Raw listeners 60% off their first box. Go to tempomeals.com/raw. That's tempomeals.com/raw for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/raw. Rules and restrictions may apply. And this episode of Going In Raw is sponsored by Nowadays. You know, Steve, we like to kid and joke about, going out and getting our load on after we wrap up our SmackDown reviews Friday nights.
Kid joke. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well, I do, because at my age, doing that and getting my load on only leads to one place. Hangover City, population, Larson.
Man, I have been there many times. I have driven through, stayed the night, and let me tell you, Hangover City is not a fun place. But I've got great news for you, Larson. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Well, I can grant you access to a club that guarantees no hangovers.
No hangovers, you say?
You got that right. I'm talking about the No Hangover Club.
No Hangover Club? Tell me more.
Yeah, you're probably asking how that's even possible.
How is that even possible, I'm asking myself and you?
I'm glad you asked. Here's the answer. Nowadays is a zero-proof THC-infused beverage that delivers a clean, balanced buzz with no hangover. So you don't have to trade a fun night for a painful morning.
Nowadays offers up a smarter way to drink with a smooth taste and a social lift that actually feels good. Whether you're pouring it over ice with one of these single-serving bottles or cracking open a ready-to-drink can like this one, Nowadays fits whatever vibe you're looking for, pre-game, party, or a low-key night in. In fact, just the other night, I cracked open a Nowadays to help me relax after a long, busy day. Nowadays is how you show up and wake up feeling your best.
Because fun shouldn't come with a cost. Welcome to the upgrade. Welcome to Nowadays. Visit trynowadays.com/raw to get 30% off your order. That's trynowadays.com/raw or use code RAW at checkout. Drink responsibly, must be 21 or older. All right, man. Now it's time for my favorite segment of the week. It's called,
without a doubt,
What Do You Want to Talk About?
So first one here from Chinese Finger Trapezoid says, Britt Baker revealing she had to quit her dental job due to death threats by wrestling fans.
Yeah, I read the quotes here, and there's not a whole lot, but I really feel like she sugarcoats this awful behavior because she says they're so passionate. They give me death threats. And it's like, I fucking hate how fandom has gotten to the point across the board where people are bullied off social media. They have to change what they do. They get like, man, that blows. Fucking get what the hell?
She was dealing with serious health issues.
Yeah.
Came back for a bit. Was off TV. Don't know why, for the most part, why she was off TV. But now apparently can't do her day job, do the dental stuff, because of shithead wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Coming and dropping death threats. That's ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
No wonder she's off TV, taking a break.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know the ins and outs of all that, but if we've seen this a million times over. We've seen this in regular sports. We've seen it in wrestling. We've seen it everywhere. We've seen it in movies, TV. Fans they go too far. They do too much.
Yes.
They take this idea that, I'm sitting here at this keyboard and I'm anonymous, and then they just talk all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking go get a life, man. I hate that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a perspective
Yeah.
in one's life. Come on now.
Diehard Homer wants us to talk about Michael Hayes, the Freebird, clarifying his comments about Chelsea Green on a recent episode of Undertaker.
So I'm going to paraphrase. I did read the quote. Undertaker was talking about how he thought Chelsea was underutilized. Michael Hayes more or less said, in regards to his comments he made in Unreal, that he said Chelsea is so good at her job, being more of a facilitator for the main eventers as opposed to being a main eventer herself. But if there's a situation where there is a groundswell of support from the fans that would carry her to the main event, then WWE essentially would entertain that idea.
Yeah, he number one, he tried to claim that his comments were taken out of context, that the preceding and after comments, like the post comments that he made, were much more indicative of support of Chelsea Green. He said, yeah, they sliced out when I said she's, one of the most entertaining people we have. And he claimed that they sliced that part out too about, if the fans, if she had her Daniel Bryan moment, then WWE would be excited to pivot towards making her, to his credit, Undertaker said, yeah, you know what, man, I think that girl is there. I think she has it. I think she's got the thing, and all she needs is a little bit more of an edge, and then she'll be there. And then Michael Hayes like, oh yeah, no, I agree. Like, he does the thing where he tries to, man, I get it in terms of, yeah, Netflix, they're going, the people editing,
yeah,
they're the job is to create a narrative. But if anything, this did illustrate that the fan backlash to this is such that there it is. What more do you need? Fans are ready. Because he also tried to claim in that quote, if we pushed her now, they would see it as the machine doing it. And it's like, people don't really care if the machine pushes somebody, as long as if it's somebody the fans want to see, recognize that, push them in an entertaining, interesting way, and everybody's happy. Yeah. Everybody's happy there.
Exactly.
If you try to pull a Roman Reigns, where it's just a dude who clearly isn't ready, a guy who's, boring and not being given anything to work with, and the fans understand that it's one desperate attempt after another, one failure after another. Look at WrestleMania 34 for 30. Yeah, which one was the Brock Roman? Where it was like just spamming the finishers and then Brock won.
That was 34. Yeah,
that was 34. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's crazy. Wait, so he retired the Undertaker before he, and then he still lost to Brock the next year?
Yeah.
Well, retired the Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, dude, I don't know. The bottom line is Chelsea Green is one of the most fun, entertaining, interesting, perfect place where you want somebody to be. A heel who still gets cheered. People they got on the roster. Like, dude, why are you waiting around? Why are you bothering with Tiffany Stratton when you've got a Chelsea Green? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Just because she's younger?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Next up here, Michael Migand says the Antonio Inoki android that is currently in development.
I know you're very excited about that.
This is interesting because there is a company that I believe Inoki's brother it works for.
Yeah,
that is developing what's called an AI Inoki and humanoid robot to coincide with Antonio Inoki's birthday, February 20th. On the cage side seats right up, they have like a demo reel where the Inoki robot's not in the room with the people giving the presentation. So does it seem like there's actually the android built that could walk out to take part in the presentation regarding the launch of this particular android.
Yeah.
But there is some footage of, and I don't know if this is strictly an AI creation or whatnot, but there is a little bit of an Antonio Inoki talking in this thing.
Yeah. So the company is called IGF, Inoki Genki Factory or Genki Factory. And yeah, so by next year, they say by 2027, we could just have an Antonio Inoki. You just like roll up in here and then I'll be like, hey, I'm going to take a break.
Yeah. Surprise co-host.
Like AI Antonio, AI Tonio.
No, they had a name. They had a name for it. It wasn't just Android Inoki.
That's what it is. Android Inoki.
Launch of the Android Inoki project. That's what the project is called.
Are we allowed to just like rename him?
I suppose.
Call him Biff.
Biff Inoki.
Yeah. Strong style Biff. Can you please take over for me for a bit? Then he'll sit down And then he'll say,
He'll slap you first.
yeah, right. And then, you'll be like, hey, Android Inoki. Hey, Strong Style Biff. What do you think about Michael Hayes on the Undertaker podcast? And then
Hey, Android Inoki, can you blind power rank?
Yeah. And then
fast food items you'd want first thing in the morning.
He'd say, number one, humanity is a disease. And we're going to take care of that.
Ooh.
Strong Style way.
Oh, wow. He's going to line up every human and just slap the heck out of him?
Slap the shit out of him. I'm like, all right, well, if that's the worst there is to it. I guess we can just, that's pretty gnarly, but it's better.
It is really gnarly. Yeah.
It's better than them like mowing us down like they're Terminators with like actual
better,
guns, or like, my question is can we get like a flying Inoki? That's
a good question.
Like a drone Inoki. He goes like, can we have him naked? That's my question.
That's really what you want to know.
Can we have naked Inoki walking around my house?
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, Lacey, damn it! Stop playing with naked Inoki. Not what he's here for. For violating.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, last one here from Benny Omega says Riddle talking about Lesnar going off script in Chamber match in 2022 and the video of Lesnar appearing to call an audible to be eliminated earlier than planned in this year's Rumble. So I think the Riddle story had been told before. I had heard that. But the video clip of Lesnar as Jay's making his entrance, whatever, turns to Cody and goes, eliminate me.
Yeah, eliminate me. And then LA Knight stops what he's doing. All right, let's go over there and do
so
this.
Cody and LA Knight eliminate him. That's actually funny.
I don't remember what the Riddle Lesnar thing is.
But is that Chamber match where Lashley got concussed because someone got thrown into his pod? Mm-hmm. And so the timer goes off for Lashley's entrance, but he's out of the match. Mm-hmm. So Lesnar just busts out of his pod and just starts going to business for himself.
Oh, okay.
And apparently afterwards, everybody backstage was pissed at him.
Oh, wow. All right. That's their business. I thought this was going to be like, oh yeah, Lesnar just started beating the shit out of Matt Riddle, and then be like, oh, I'm not in the habit of defending Brock Lesnar, but I don't know. So look, my thing is, man, you do business with Brock Lesnar, and you've already given him so much leeway. Like, how would anybody be surprised if this guy is just like Jey Uso's entrance? I ain't in it, so yeah, get me out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Brock does what he does, and he's been given so much latitude to do what he wants to do with the company that, if Triple H were even to try to kind of bring that back a little bit, that's difficult to do.
Do you think Brock is going to stick around an extra year so that he can be retired by Robo Inoki?
See, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he could always, like Gunther could retire him at SummerSlam to end his WWE career. And he can go back to New Japan for his final match.
There you go.
Against Android Inoki.
Okay. Yeah. Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. I also like the Predictions Challenge, which is this Saturday. We're going to be doing our Elimination Chamber watch-along and review. And part of that, of course, will be the Predictions Challenge. I know a lot of you probably saw our predictions video. Well, right now, if you want in on the Predictions Challenge, the form is available. So if you're already signed up for the Friendo Club setup, you can check out that form right now. Make sure you fill in your predictions form by the open of Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, yeah.
And if you are not enrolled in the Friendo Club setup and you want to participate in the Predictions Challenge, there's prizes. Then you click join right here, youtube.com/Steven Larson, or you can go to patreon.com/Steven Larson and click on the Friendo Club setup. Either way you do it, it's $5 a month. You also get access to our bonus episodes and the question threads for the episodes as well. And of course, we've got merch right now, friendoshop.com. Use promo code Friendo2026. We've got a wonderful lineup of new merchandise over there, including this stuff right here. We got a couple of cool black t-shirts, one of which says, I watch wrestling for the exploration of interpersonal dynamics between characters. If anybody's wondering, like you're at a wrestling show and anybody's walking around like, I wonder why this guy watches wrestling. Well, it says it right there on the shirt. We got a couple of hats. You got a new basketball jersey and a black shirt. So be sure to check out all that stuff right there. That's what you want to be really looking at.
There's a bunch of melty stuff, too. That's super cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's right here. I don't know about the super cool line,
It
but
is super cool. It's bright.
Yeah,
it's going to grab attention, but if you wear it out.
Yeah, but like the right kind of attention really is the question that you need to ask yourself before buying this crap. Like, do you really want this type of attention on you? I think is what you should be asking yourself before making the crucial decision to buy this merchandise.
I mean, I feel like you're overthinking it, honestly.
No. I thought about this all while I was designing it because this is highly in demand. You were asking me, you're like, hey, I need all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, boss. And so I made this stuff knowing that, man, this is going to get people beat up. You know, at best, you could pull a 4 out of 10.
None of it's going to get anybody.
Go to a bar, you're going to get 86 like we got from that one bar.
No, just because you wear a shirt that looks like you're like a piece of fruit stripe gum? No, that's not going to get you kicked out of a bar.
Wearing a shirt that says I'm an idiot. Kind of, yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It's there, though, if you want to buy it. At friendoshop.com, use promo code Friendo2026, get 20% off. Don't pay full price.
Don't ever pay full price.
No, don't do that. That's a good life lesson in general. Yeah. Don't ever pay full price.
Don't ever pay full price. No.
Anyways, you want to talk about AEW?
I suppose we got to.
Oh, wow. Huge anti-AEW guy now.
No, I just think after what we got last week in Sacramento, which was a really good episode with a great main event, this was kind of a middle-of-the-road episode, still with a really fun main event.
Ooh, Denver Dynamite.
But, for example, I thought the MJF Hangman segment was so lame.
You didn't like the double-sided quarter?
I saw that coming a mile away.
You see it coming I got a mile away.
I'm like, this is so lame. Like, we know we're going to get the Texas Death Match. Why do we have to go through all this bullshit that's not even clever or entertaining, really?
When MJF has to go on Twitter and tell people what the segment last week meant in terms of like, okay, listen, everybody, it's not that complicated. Hangman offered up Texas Death. If he loses, it's his career. I said, yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do a stipulation, but I'm going to decide on what the stipulation is next week.
That whole thing was stupid anyways, because it seemed Hangman putting up his future title opportunities was tied to the Texas Death Match.
Yeah.
And so if MJF doesn't agree to that stipulation, then Hangman shouldn't be beholden to the idea that he can't challenge for the AEW title in the future.
Yeah, I understand, like, from a writing standpoint, and I don't disagree with this. You're trying to get your ratings up. Let's give them a cliffhanger for next week. But like a lot of stuff with AEW and their story beats, like when they try to do the WWE type story beats, they overthink it. And it's like, wait, what? It's just like, it's kind of like the Continental Classic thing. It's like, okay, wait. Remember like the first year, it was like, so wait, is Okada, or the second year, is Okada defending this title? Is the first year, I think it was like, is Eddie defending the title every match? Because that's sort of what he said. Ring of Honor
champion at the time, yeah.
But then that wasn't the case. And then the second was like, wait, is Okada vacating it? What's happening with the other championship? And then they had that whole Don Callis explaining it all thing.
Yeah, and then this year.
I think that was this year.
Yeah, where they had essentially split the titles,
Yeah. So I don't know. They sometimes they overthink things, and it's like if you're writing something that then has to be explained in a tweet, then you're not doing it right.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't disagree. I think the quarter thing was silly.
Yeah, it just felt like an utter waste of time. Mm-hmm. It didn't evolve or push the story really forward at all. It just, all right, MJF tried to cheat his way into a situation that was more favorable to himself. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. We know that's going to happen. Yeah,
if they had put all the drama into one segment last week, where it's like, oh, Texas Death, you say? Okay, yeah, your career on the line.
Or if it's a situation where Hangman says, all right, Texas Death, and I'm so into this idea, I'm willing to put future title opportunities on the line for you to accept this. Mm-hmm. Then don't have MJF be like, all right, you got yourself a deal. Which he said last week.
Yeah.
Have him say, all right, I got to stew on this. Let me think about this.
Yeah, and then it's a yes or no decision for this
Yeah.
week. It's not, oh, let's throw a quarter up and then I get like my one-sided DQ thing.
Yeah. Which I get it from MJF's perspective. Why he'd want that, but at the same time, like as an alternative, it's that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to Texas.
The setup to this whole thing was clear where it was going. Mm-hmm. It went exactly where you thought it was going to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the idea of Tony Khan getting in Shivani's ear in the earpiece and saying, oh, because MJF cheated on the coin flip, it's going to be Texas Death. Just make it Texas Death to begin with.
Or have MJF say, okay, but if you lose, you can never challenge it for the rest of your life. And then the next week say, Hangman says, yeah, okay, that's cool, but it's going to be in Texas Death. And then it's like thrown back to MJF, and then he has to decide in the moment, yes or no. Yeah. The other stuff is just sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, like the main event was a lot of fun. The Mile High Madness.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild, bonkers match. Tons of fun. Penelope Ford, unfortunately, looks like is hurt again.
Yeah.
On that moonsault she did to the outside.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That's might be at this point my number one. And I know, here's the thing. People rarely get injured from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, Charlotte and Hangman have been doing this for fucking ever.
They do it all the time, yeah.
And they're totally fine.
Yeah.
It's still one of those moves where I'm like, they shouldn't be doing that. It's too high up in the air. Like, I get it. They land and they're rolling back. They're professionals. As you like to often say, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. But God damn it, I hate that move. It fucking freaks me out every time.
Because of instances like this where Ford does it, and like she more or less lands on her feet.
Yeah.
As she's falling back to do the roll to kind of break the fall. But it seems pretty evident that she hurt her leg because she does get back on the apron. During commercial break, you see her, she's up there, and then she eventually just kind of slides down and takes a seat, and you don't see her again the rest of the match. Mm-hmm. And even before, what's her name?
Lena Cross.
I almost said lady. Lena Cross comes in with the title. You see her in the background holding it, waiting to do the finish to cover for the fact that they had to, cut the match short, change the finish because of the injury.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a sad situation. I mean, look, I don't know. I'm sure maybe Penelope's done this plenty of times and it's fine. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of that move, but it is what it is. They do it and they're fine usually. So.
Yep. I guess we can just jump into it. So we can open with this MJF Hangman thing. We're not going to go through it verbatim. Shivani introduces them both. They both come to the ring. MJF starts talking. Mentions that he cost Cody an opportunity to ever challenge for the AEW title. References it. Doesn't mention Cody by name. And he says, well, I got a fair way for us to come up with a stipulation, even though MJF seemingly already agreed to the Texas Death Match. I'm going to flip a coin. It's 50-50 odds. If it's tails, it's Texas Death. If it's head, it's the match of my choosing, the one-way no DQ match, which is MJF has carte blanche to do whatever he wants, whereas Hangman, not so much. Mm-hmm. And he looks at a weapon, gets DQ'd. So he says, so Hangman, are you a coward or are you a cowboy? So Hangman ponders it for a second and says, all right, we'll do it. Sure. And he says, but before you do it, I want you to understand what you're getting yourself into with Texas Death, because what kind of man are you going to be if I bust out some broken glass and drag you through it? If I cram some barbed wire in your mouth and tear your gums apart, and if we're all lucky, cut your tongue out too. He says, would you know... what kind of man would you be knowing that all your usual tricks mean nothing? And he says, I know what kind of, he says, I want this to be final, this match to be final. And truthfully, if I can't beat a piece of shit like you, then I don't deserve this title. He says, Max, I know you and I understand you. So let's flip that coin and see what fate has in store for us. MJF flips it, lands on the mat. Shivani looks. And it's heads, so it's the one-way no DQ match. So MJF starts to leave, and Hangman just says, "Hey, why don't you come back over here and show me that corner?" And MJF's like, "No, I got to go. I'm out of here." So he starts to walk up the ramp, and he's stopped by jet speed. So he tries to go up the other side, and there's Brodito. And Hangman says, "I know you, Max, and there's no world where you leave this to chance. So give me that quarter." So MJF again tries to escape. Brodito and Jet Speed bring him down the ring. Brody hands Hangman the quarter. He sees it's just double-sided. And Tony Khan in the earpiece tells Schiavone, because MJF tried to cheat with the coin flip, that is going to be, in fact, Texas Death.
Mm-hmm. Big pop there from the Denver crowd.
Yep.
As I said, Texas Death. There was another thing in here. You know, I don't know. Fans sometimes just need to let the shit play out instead of trying to take over the show. But somebody was saying something in the crowd that was popping people.
Yeah.
And like MJF sort of turned towards them and Hangman had kind of a look on his face, but I didn't catch what it was.
Yeah. Well, there was at one point where MJF says, hold on, I'm going to throw my gum in the garbage, and then chucked it into the crowad, you know.
Yeah, that's gross too. You shouldn't be doing
that. Yeah, that's nasty. Don't do that. But I'm
nasty.
wondering if that has something to do with it too.
Oh, maybe. We had a promo from Swerve Strickland declaring himself most dangerous man in AEW. We get a video recap about his heel turn last week. Nana interrupts the recap.
I like that where you just hear Nana yelling. And
yeah,
while the recap's still playing.
Yeah.
They're like, is this voiceover from Nana? This is strange.
Right. So he's talking hella shit to commentary about Swerve's suspension and a $100,000 fine. He's like, you think he cares about a $100,000 fine? He's like, you guys need to leave. And then he introduces Swerve. So Swerve comes in, he stands on the commentary table, and he gives him the mic. He says, you miss me, sickos? And it's funny, like half the crowd loves Swerve still, even more now because of what he did.
Because he's going to be back doing cool shit.
Exactly. He says, it's funny you would enjoy what I did to Kenny last week. He says, some of you don't, right? So there's some booze. He says, he sort of stomps on the table a little bit. He says, boy, you really reinforced this announce table this week, considering I drove Kenny's head through it last week. He says, I feel no guilt because I warned Kenny that whatever happened next was on him. He's got the nerve to get in my path for the title and had the nerve to call someone else the most dangerous man in AEW. He says, now I'm back in line for a shot at the AEW title. He says, I told you that I'd put you down. I'm a man of my word. He says, not only did you challenge me as a man, you challenged me as a threat. It seems there's another EVP I took down and doesn't want me in their problems anymore. That officially means I've taken down all the elite. He says, now I want to go back to a conversation I had with Hangman Adam Page, and that conversation was about regret. Hangman had asked me if I regretted all the dastardly things I did to get the AEW title, and at the time, I told him I did. But that was, I think about it, that was the most successful point in my career, and in order to get back there, I choose to live life now and going forward with no regrets. So here's a warning to the AEW roster. Every one of you is on notice. Put them all on notice, Larson. He says, if you dare to stop me, I'll take you down too. And I'll remind you who the most dangerous man in AEW still is. Later on, Brody King had a retort saying, Swerve, I'm most dangerous man.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably going to have a match over who
he
most
said,
dangerous
I want to fight in my hometown. So at Revolution is going to be Swerve and Brody. Yeah.
Is there going to be there should be a stipulation. You can't be a most dangerous man if it's just regular match.
They got to book it in the most dangerous match then.
The most dangerous match.
Yeah. But just call it that.
Yeah.
The most dangerous match.
Humans. Like the most dangerous game. What's the most dangerous game? Hunting humans.
Yes, I know that. It's from Zodiac.
Yes. So that's what they should do. It's like they're just hunting each other through the arena.
And then hit some wrestling moves and then move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Main event, Mile High Madness. So you had the Young Bucks teaming with the Rascals and Jack Perry against FTR and The Demand. There's a video package beginning of the show. Hyping up the match. And it was bonkers. At one point, Dax tries cutting a promo mid-match, and then Jack Perry pulls a vacuum out from under the ring and starts wrecking people with it.
Yeah, that was cool.
There were so many table spots.
There were a lot of tables.
Like, basically everybody had a table spot.
The Jack Perry one was nasty, man. Boy, that table was gimmicked to hell.
Chucked out of the ring through the table.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cash one was gnarly, too, because he gets thrown out of the ring. It looks like he just goes head first into the table, right into the barricade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was rough. So anyways, at the end of the match sees the Young Bucks hit Ricochet with a BTE trigger and then help Jack Perry with the running knee to get the win, pinning Ricochet. So you got to think we're going to get Jack Perry versus Ricochet yet again for the national title.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Revolution.
Yeah. I think I like Jack Perry's odds at that too.
Yeah, I kind of do as well. Mentioned Penelope Ford's injury during the tag title match as Babes of Wrath defending against Mega Bad. There's a moonsault spot to the floor. And then after the picture-in-picture commercial break, you don't really see Penelope at all. So towards the end, Willow's looking for a doctor bomb on Megan. Megan blocks it, pushes Willow into the corner, and that's when Lena Cross blasts Willow with the title. So then Megan and Lena Cross start beating up the Babes of Wrath. And then Lena Cross puts one of the tag titles on Megan Bane's shoulder, and then she poses with it for a second and then throws it onto Willow. Your dude, Clone.
He almost got that time limit. He was within, I want to say it was like 2 minutes past the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, so about 3 minutes left, yeah.
That Mox got the Death Rider for the win here. My favorite part, of course, was Mox's own version of Clone's thing, where he goes like this.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was pretty fun.
What are they doing to Clone? He should not be losing matches.
I
guess once the first loss is in the record book, why not? Just have him keep
boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those things that if you just think about it for 10 seconds, it books itself. You have Clone go undefeated till he faces Hologram when Hologram returns from injury.
Yeah.
They have their huge match, both of them undefeated.
Yes.
There's stakes right there. And it builds anticipation. But if you start jobbing Clone out before that match,
it means
by the time the match happens, no heat.
No heat.
Anyways, Mox hits Paradigm Shift, follows with Death Rider, get the win after escaping Clone's finish. Thunder Rosa's got herself an AEW Women's title shot next week. She has an interview with Renee. Statlander's there too. Renee mentioned that Statlander's going to be cleared for Saturday because Stat and Thunder have a tag match against Triangle of Madness. And then asked Thunder about her title match. So Thunder starts talking a bunch of crap in Spanish. And Statlander tells her, hey, you better be careful. And Thunder Rosa says, I don't do careful. And then talks more shit in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then she leaves. Renee asks Statlander, why are you so concerned about Thunder Rosa taking this match? And Statlander just shakes her head and leaves.
Yeah. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, I don't know either. We had Brody King take on Mark Davis. And once again, huge fuck Ice chants.
Yeah, I like they got kind of clever because it was fuck Don Callis, fuck Ice 2. Fuck Don Callis, fuck Ice 2. I thought that was pretty clever.
It was great.
AEW fans.
It was great. So Brody gets the win here after hitting a couple of clotheslines after ducking one from Davis. And then he grabs the mic and says, I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. And then more or less challenges Swerve to a match at Revolution. We see Swerve watching backstage, but then Bandito comes out and says, I want to fight at Revolution as well. Andrade's music hits. And he and Don Callis walk out to the stage, and they just kind of all stand there for 2 minutes. No proper acceptance of the challenge. Although it seems, I get it, the idea is that Andrade is going to face Bandito at Revolution. But no, like, hey, yes, I'm your man. I'll face you at Revolution. Nothing like that.
Andrade Bandito. That's going to be a hell of a match.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I wonder if the ROH title is going to be on the line.
This is my favorite bit here because we have a new tag team. So Kyle Fletcher has an interview with Renee because she mentioned that Ciampa says the title is still his. He's like, no. Ciampa stepped in the ring with the best and he came up short. He says, this Sylvia isn't coming anywhere near you anytime because now it's pinky. He made the strap Pepto color. It's super pink right now. Pretty cool.
Looks great.
He says, I'm the greatest TNT champ of all time. Then brings in Okada and he says, oh, Kyle Fletcher, I'm so proud of you. We're both champions, unlike Takeshita. I also consider you my best friend, and on Collision, we should team up for the first time ever as Brodo Okada. He said it like that, too. He says, we should team up as Brodo Okada. And then Kyle Fletcher was like, yeah, man, let's do it, Brodo Okada.
They shake hands. It's great.
He just talks so much shit about Takeshita.
Oh, he does. He totally does. Orange Cassidy had a pretty fun match against Gabe Kidd. Kidd gets the win, though. Orange is looking for an orange punch, and Kidd pulls the ref in the way, so Orange has to put on the brakes. And then Kidd basically is like to the second knuckle deep in Orange's eyes. He is spending like half an hour gouging Orange Cassidy in the eyes. And the ref's like, hey, don't do that. Yeah. That's the extent of it. Anyways, hits a pile driver afterwards to get the win. Clark Connors, 100 proof. Clark Connors comes to the ring, starts beating down Orange.
You love that nickname, huh?
It's something else. Darby comes to the ring to make the save with the skateboard. Hits Kidd with the skateboard. Connors gets a code red. Orange hits Kidd with a orange punch, and then Darby leaps off the top and lands on Gabe Kidd's back with the skateboard. Mansoor was on Dynamite for the first time in a long time.
Mansoor.
Facing Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight gets the win. Cuts a promo. Pretty much says, Hangman, I know you're winning the title at Revolution, and when you do, I want first shot.
That's his trio's partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like 5 other titles. This dude should be going for other ones.
Well, I mean, hey. Start out looking to get the very top one.
Call out Okada. Number 1. Call out Okada. Call out Kyle Fletcher. You know, this is your dude.
Right when they, join up to combine their powers as Proto Okada, you want to challenge them?
Eliminator against Mox. You get to 20 minutes. Point. If you get 20 minutes, you win a title shot.
Yeah, you do get a title shot. Mm-hmm. Rest holds.
Yeah. And Mox is a good guy now, so he's not like using Death Riders.
No, he's not. He can't because Continental rules.
It's Continental rules. He can't use them.
No outside interference. Finally here, Brawling Birds, they give no Fs. So they have a promo from somewhere deep within the Memorial Auditorium in Sacramento. Get a recap of their win last week first. Then they say they're together in AEW to be pissed out of people. That's what Alex Windsor says. And she says, and we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And Hater says, hold on, we're birds. We don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah. And then of course they're British. So they conclude this by saying, are you thirsty? And she says, yes, let's go get a pint. What I gather from the Brawling Birds, Larson, is they're very British. Might be the most British tag team. And there's been some other British tag teams.
That are, yeah.
Of course, you got Liverpool's number 1.
You got the British Bulldogs.
You have the actual British Bulldogs as well.
Who came to the ring with a British Bulldog.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but, I'm glad to see. I like when we have more British tag teams. I like the very British. But, I miss NXT UK. It was a very British show.
It was. It was.
I mean, you remember like just the awesome factions like De Familia?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Where's Tail Man?
I don't know.
You think he's just working like a normal job now?
Or maybe he's wrestling around Europe. I don't know.
The eye sees everything.
Yeah.
That was cool. They had really nice little
we know what Trent
vignettes.
Seven's doing these days, so.
Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude is all in on those interviews.
Yeah, he is. Talking about places to eat before and after raves, yeah. Yeah.
I miss NXT UK, man.
It had its charms.
It did.
It was like the one aspect of WWE that could get away because the characters were so well defined. Everybody had such great chemistry with just constant thrown together matches.
They've all known each other since they were like 12 years old.
Yeah.
They all have wild history together. And so they just had tremendous chemistry. Remember when we the Liverpool tour with Zach Gibson?
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun.
You've known your dude, James Drake, for like ages, like probably a decade. Why are you taking him on a tour? He doesn't need this tour. He's probably well aware of the Liverpool history.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. It was great, though.
And they just had great matches.
Yeah, the matches were
always
really
putting
good,
on
too.
Bangers there.
I mean, Supernova Sessions was so good.
Oh, my God, that was so good.
In NXT UK, it was so
Gallus?
good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Boy, I missed that.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, maybe we'll get that NXT. Maybe we'll get that NXT Europe one day, man.
I don't think that's ever happening.
I don't think that's ever happening.
All right, question time.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. I got this one up here. So there's a couple. They weren't really like quality enough for us to. I shouldn't say quality, but they didn't really suit the whole "what do you want to talk about?" But there were some things in the "what do you want to talk about" thread they want to bring up. Did you watch? This is from Joe. Did you see the body cam footage of Vince McMahon's car crash?
Yeah.
What was your take? I mean, I thought it was going to be much worse.
Yeah, I mean, so what happens is there was a unmarked cop car that was following him, and so the dash cam was on. So you see him speeding through traffic and then crashing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And he like bounces off a car and hits the median.
Kind of surprising at that speed, it wasn't worse.
It wasn't way worse, yeah.
Yeah.
And so this cop goes up to Vince's car and is like, why were you driving so fast? And Vince's answer was pretty much, it's been a long time since I've driven.
Yeah, I haven't driven a long time.
Like, did you not see that car you hit? I haven't driven this car in a while.
I'm trying to get to I'm trying to get my daughter's house or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. My daughter's birthday.
Well, he's dressed in track pants and a sleeveless shirt.
It was kind of like how Vince used to wrestle back in the day, but sans the red undershirt.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I didn't really get the impression that he was trying to like, celeb his way out of anything.
No. Yeah. At one point, after he's in the SUV, I think a different cop walks up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's like,
I know who you are, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Anything else?
What about this one? So Paul Heyman has said, this is from Ronan the Analyst, and I think somebody else as well said, Paul Heyman has said that he doesn't want to retire for 15 years.
He seems to still have the passion and energy for the business, so that's not surprising.
He hasn't, like, he's not the most compelling. He's not as compelling as he used to be, but he doesn't seem to be slowing down at all.
No.
Like, for a man his size, you would think that that's not healthy to be that size at that age.
Yeah.
Some people can handle it. Some people they can do it.
Yeah.
But, if he can still do it for 15 years, but yeah, he has not seemed to have lost a step at all.
No. Nope, not at all.
Oh, and then the Pepsi dude says, NXT Stand and Deliver off WrestleMania weekend.
I saw that. It's April 4th.
Yeah.
It's early.
That's good. I mean, dude, honestly, like, get their own spot. That's not opposite AEW, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
When is Dynasty? Have they announced that yet?
No say, senor.
No, Dynasty is the week after.
All right. Well, there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got from the remainder of that.
All right.
That stuff.
Bill Dubs here says, what would have to be in the crate for you to say, all right, they nailed the landing?
If they did something really fun with Danhausen coming out of the crate, that I think that'd nail the landing.
Mm-hmm.
If they did something clever, fun, story driven, something that actually mattered a damn, throw me by, so impress me,
Yes.
But
be clever. Take a chance, maybe.
I don't know what else it could be.
That's kind of it. Even if like they open up and Jericho's in there, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Why would he be in this crate for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
What if it was like, I don't know, just like kilos upon kilos of cocaine?
Interesting move.
Right. Big story beat.
Yeah.
Kind of NWA.
Whose drugs are these? Yeah. Luis here says, if 2K paid for a trip to Connecticut, but the caveat is that Larson has to interview Punk and Steve has to interview Dolph, would you take it given your respective derangement syndromes? Yeah, I'd talk to Punk because I have no personal animus towards Punk like Steve has personal animus towards Nick Nemeth.
So awkward, man. I would probably interview him.
It'd be awkward for you because all you do is talk shit about Dolph. That's why it'd be awkward.
I don't. I literally don't. Because he's not on my radar. I don't watch TNA. I don't know Mr. Nemeth personally. Therefore, I can't have any personal animus towards him. You, on the other hand, have seemed to have done an obscene amount of research on the human being Phil Brooks and have developed. Like when we were talking about Britt Baker and crazy passionate, quote unquote, passionate fans. That's you, but for Phil.
That's factually inaccurate.
I mean, anybody who watches our Raw reviews would be able to tell that you have a personal searing animus. Not just disdain, animus.
See, you're trying to use my phrasing, which accurately describes how you feel about Nick Nemeth.
Did you create the word animus?
No, I've heard that before.
Okay, then it's not your phrasing.
But I brought it to the show.
I'm pretty sure I've said animus plenty of times.
No, I've never heard you say animus before.
Because you don't pay attention to me, and you've admitted that before.
That's rich coming from you. From half the time I say something and you're like this.
Mate.
And you have to redirect your attention.
No, I'm doing business stuff over here.
Sure, but you're still not paying attention to this business right here.
It's not for me that you're saying this shit. It's for them. It's for the friendos. But I know what you're going to say.
It's the back and forth. That's what's vital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd have no problem. See, you just did it there. I have no problem. I'd have no problem interviewing Punk. Steve, on the other hand, would probably feel really awkward.
What would you ask CM Punk? What would you ask him?
Oh, man, there's so much. I mean, there's so much to ask him.
Like what?
I'd have to do some research, but like I'm curious how. What?
You just said there's so much, and now you have to like do research.
No, but like I don't know what led to him using cult of personality as his theme. I'd want to do research before asking it because otherwise I might sound like an idiot asking it if the answer is obvious.
Your question sucks. I'd ask, what happened at Brawl Out?
You really think he's going to answer that?
Explain the fight. Did
He's
you
not
get
going to
injured?
talk about any of that. He's not going to talk about any of that.
Did you accept a BTE trigger?
Fine. What would you ask Dolph? Hey Dolph, why is your cash in so highly esteemed when it sucks? That's what you'd ask him.
I'd say, hey Dolph, explain to me please why you want so desperately to be Shawn Michaels for like the past 20 years. This is what you've wanted.
See, I would never ask Phil a question that disrespectful.
Why can't you just be your own person?
Look at that. Just the disrespect.
Hey Dolph, why do you suck so much?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
See?
I'd say, explain to me why your World Heavyweight Championship runs. Did he have it? He had it twice, right?
Yeah, once he just had it for a little bit, but yeah, the second time he.
Why did
when he
those?
cashed in.
Why are you a bottom 10 world champion?
See, again, these are all incredibly disrespectful.
No,
questions.
that's a
Why would
well-known
you
fact.
Ask somebody.
How did you come about becoming a bottom 10 champion? I'm just joking. I would say, hey, who inspired you to bump?
Who
all over
inspired you to want to be Shawn Michaels?
Didn't like Shawn Michaels go on Stone Cold's podcast and they talk about that?
Oh, maybe. That sounds kind of vaguely familiar.
What did you think when you watched your icon go on a podcast and say this guy is being me way too much? He needs to be himself.
He needs to dial it back, be more Dolph, less.
No,
Shawn
I'd be
Michaels.
like, a lot of people say your cash-in was one of the greatest. Not me, but what was going through your head?
You don't have to throw in that, not me.
What was you? I didn't say that. What was going through your head? That's what I would ask.
And the whole time you're looking at him, it's like, oh, this guy's terrible. That's what you're thinking. And it's going to be all over your face.
Believe me, he'd be thinking the same thing about me. No, man, look, God damn it. I love Dolph. I think he's great. I was watching him on WWE when he showed up, and I was like, this last time, and I was like, man, I wouldn't mind him being back. They brought back Cardona. Like, nobody asked for that. Like, I'd love for Dolph to come back.
No, you're this damage control you're doing right
there.
No,
I legitimately said that on that Raw or SmackDown, whatever it was.
Control, that's what you're doing.
No way, man.
Way.
Anyways.
I look forward to Punk having a promo because then I'm curious to see if he's actually going to bring it.
Wow. Okay, so your question then, is that what you would say to him? You'd be like, why do you phone in half your promos?
Promos been lazy since you've come back to WWE?
Yeah, what's the difference between you and a Walmart greeter? You make a lot more money. That's your question. That's what you would say. That's not even a question.
No, those words came out of your mouth, not mine.
That's just a rude joke.
It is a rude comment.
Right. Why would you say that to him?
I wouldn't say that, obviously. Wouldn't even cross my mind.
That's terrible. I'll be like, look, man, if in my defense, I put some money in your pocket, Punk. With that stupid belt right there.
Yeah, but you're selling it.
I am going to sell it because you know me. That's for no reason other. That's not because I've fallen out of favor with Phil. I love Phil. I think he's great. That's just because I get bored easily. You know that. Mm-hmm. I get bored easily. Anyways. That was fun.
Alex Foster says, if you guys were brought in as the newest members of the Vision, what would Adam Pearce be irate about every week?
It would be like every time he would be talking, I would be farting like Dwight Howard and Stan Van Gundy. I was just about to
say the same exact thing. It's the best NBA stories I've read in a long time.
It really is. It's great.
It's so good.
And Stan Van trying to be diplomatic and being like, I was okay with him doing that, but it was distracting other people, and then he understood. I would not have been okay. I'd be like, would you fucking stop farting?
Yeah.
Were you a child?
Creamy Beef Tip says, thoughts on the rumor that Brock is going to jump LA Knight at Chamber and take a spot to lead to their feud.
How do you take somebody's spot, though?
They already announced that Brock Lesnar's going to have an open challenge. Why would he care about the Chamber?
Yeah.
That's the part that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, if anything, it just means LA Knight's going to... If LA Knight does not get a match booked for Mania between now and, I don't know, 4 weeks from now, a month from now, then we'll know that he's going to answer the open challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Oh, wow. Dave Matuszek says, with a 3D humanoid robot based on Antonio Inoki launching in 2027, do you fear that it can raise concerns about whether to bring back other figures in history or not? Bring them all back. Give me Robo Jesus. Do we have any of his DNA?
I don't believe so.
We take the DNA off the Shroud of Turin?
Has it ever been that's never even been like officially authenticated, Steve?
No, I think half scientists think that's a hoax.
Yeah.
It was like made in the 1940s or something.
Yeah.
You know, get some of that. I don't know what else. What other DNA should we dig up? Be like, speak to us, please.
Well, that's the thing about the Antonio Inoki thing. It's a robot with like an AI Inoki inside. It's not like they're using Inoki's DNA to craft this humanoid robot. I think it's just a robot with a programmed, like neural synapses type thing.
You read about Meta bringing back dead people?
No.
It's like they got something where AI can be based on their social media posts. They can replicate a person's social media activity. So it's like all of a sudden my dad is going to be back on Facebook. I'd be like,
that's terrible.
I'd be like, I don't know who you are, man, but you ain't my dad.
That's terrible.
That's awful. I think the idea is... Well, the idea is they're just trying to fucking get more money.
Yeah,
but
that's the idea. They might try to package it as they're trying to extend,
or like it's therapeutic and help with the grieving process.
Yeah.
We've been existing now for what, a couple 100,000 years without resurrecting people to help with our grieving process
on social media, no less. Yes.
Yeah, like goddamn, what do you
Well, here's the thing: how soon, if this is all AI driven, how soon is this deceased relative is going to start posting outlandish conspiracy garbage on their Facebook?
Yeah, they're going to be MAGA super quick. Yeah. Man, it's just so man, just nuke every one of these fucking billionaires, man. Just round them up. Throw them off a fucking cliff. Put them all in a sack and throw them off a cliff. Jesus. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what's funny, dude? I hate to go off script, but like, I was watching some, I didn't even listen to it. I just saw like the little caption of Sam Altman talking about like how, people don't complain. It takes like, decades of energy to power the human brain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if these billionaires actually spent like $50,000, which they make in probably like 10 minutes. If they spent that money on hiring like PR people for their businesses, AI would be wildly successful. Because if you hire people who actually know how to talk like a fucking human being, instead of being so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. Disconnected from reality, yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on through your head, dude? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
You see Elon in some investor video or whatever, just absolutely annihilated on ketamine. And he's talking about like, I'm sure there'll be 20 billion of these robots that people are going to want to buy. And I'm thinking it's going to be $30 trillion. And what?
Just making shit up.
Just making shit. Like, do you even know what the GDP of the world is? It's not that, buddy.
Yeah. Not even close.
I don't know, man. If they just hired some like PR people, their business is probably like they wouldn't need to do this whole, investment circle jerk thing, because businesses would probably be all about it. But they're like, what the fuck? What are these people talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. You want to do a blind power rank, Steve?
Yes, I do.
All right, here we go. This one's Phantom Driver.
Oh. What is it?
Blind power rank these 6 odd but satisfying smells.
3, 4, 5,
this is a good
6. I'm gonna take a guess here. Is gasoline on here?
Have to wait and find out.
I'm saving number 1 for gasoline. Time to go up. All right. What do you got?
Number 1, newspaper.
Here's the thing. I associate the smell of newspaper with when you pick up a fresh newspaper, you get ink on your hands. I don't like that.
Yeah. Another thing, if newspaper is wet, it smells terrible.
Yeah. I'll put that at number 4 because I'm sure there's probably some on here that I legitimately hate.
I feel like this one might be high for you.
Okay.
Fresh lawn clippings.
Oh, number 1. You know why? It is because when I my favorite childhood years is when I was in England. I was on a small Air Force base called Chicksands. And, over there, they got so much greenery. Mm-hmm. There's so much lawn. And it rains all the damn time.
Yeah.
And so my olfactory association with that smell, is strong. It just reminds me of being there. So that's easily number 1.
All right.
I think about that on a regular, but after it rains, I'm like, oh, brother,
Yeah. Next up here, Sharpies.
Oh,
you don't like the smell of Sharpies?
I associate it with getting a headache. I don't like it.
All right.
Number 5.
Next up, hardware store atmosphere. Hardware store smell.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like that. I'll put that at number 3.
It also kind of depends like where you walk in the hardware store, because over by like where the fertilizer is, that don't smell good.
I don't mind the smell of fertilizer, to be honest with you. That doesn't bother me too much.
I'm not even talking about like the poop kind. It's like the stuff that's like really nitrogen infused. It's got a very light.
No, that's what I'm talking about too. Sacks of it that they have. I'm fine with that. Go to the lumber area. I'm cool with that. The paint area. Fine. Yeah, I'm cool with all that. I like that. I'll put that number 3.
All right. Next one, after it rains.
That's kind of number 1-ish with the fresh lawn clippings thing. So I'm gonna put that at number 2. Post rain.
All right, last one here. You wanted it number 1. It's gas.
Yeah, dude. I know. I really should have left open like number. Damn it. That shouldn't be my number 6. That would be legitimately that'd be number 4 for me. Because fresh lawn, rain, hardware store, those are all better than gasoline. I don't mind me some gasoline smell, though.
Yeah, I don't mind
that. You can't do too much of it.
It's not good for your brain.
It's definitely not good for your brain. It's just good enough for like a fill up, and then you're good. You're good.
Yeah, you don't be sticking your nose right into the gas nozzle.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, I like this. This is a good one. All right. This is from Lord Blake Whitehouse. And it's 6. Number 2 / alternative brands.
Interesting.
From best to worst.
All right.
1 being the best. Number 2 in its industry.
Okay.
Number 2 brand in its industry.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. First up. Burger King.
When they get the order right, I don't mind Burger King.
I love Burger King.
Yeah, you could taste the flame grilling.
Firmly number 2.
Separates it from other burger places.
It's always the little brother of McDonald's.
It is.
Yeah.
They have good French toast sticks at Burger King, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their croissant sandwich is great.
Yeah.
Long boy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, chicken sandwich is great. I mean, I feel pretty good putting Burger King number 1.
Number 1, look at that. Not running to the middle.
No.
Good. Number 2. Oh. Is this text in green?
Android.
Android phones. You always are like, no, Android, my Android, I liked it. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times you're like, this fucking phone, you just jabbing at it.
So I did have an Android for a spell. I don't anymore. That should tell you that in the end, I didn't really enjoy the experience because like early iPhones, you couldn't get easily into like the files on your phone. Everything was segmented by the apps. And so you're looking for something like, where the hell is this? Whereas Android, that's easy. It's just set up like a hard
drive.
It's not exactly like the Windows operating system, but it's similar. Mm-hmm. But once the iPhone has the files folder on there, that made that superfluous. So I'll put the Android at 4. Some people like it. I understand why.
Yeah.
But
all right. Number 3. I don't know what this would be number 2 to. I guess maybe like Folgers or something, but it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Well, It's different things, though. I mean, I know they sell Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Oh, 2 to Starbucks.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I think that's what it is. You know, I don't get coffee at Dunkin'. Their donuts aren't that great.
I don't go to Dunkin'. There's one down the street. I don't go to it.
Yeah. Like
they don't do anything. But I mean, I get it's number 2, but it's like if I want a donut, I'll go to Donut Spot here.
Yeah, I'll go to a local.
The local mom and pop shop donut shops. Those are the only good.
Those are the
ones.
absolute best. Yeah, the absolute best. The same with coffee. I'd much rather go to a local coffee place. I'm gonna get coffee than any of the chain ones. So I'll put Dunkin' at 5.
Dunkin's at 5. All right, next up. This one. What do you got? You got a 2 open?
I got 2, 3, and 6.
I know you're not a soda guy, but in terms of historical context, is Pepsi really number 2 to Coke? Because this is Pepsi.
I think historically, the power rankings of colas. Yes, I think it's Coke, Pepsi, massive gap, and then you got Royal Crown.
Yeah.
You got RC Cola.
RC Cola.
Shasta,
I don't
stuff
think
like that.
the gap, to me, I would be surprised if the gap between Coke and Pepsi was anywhere close to the gap between McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Growing up, when I did drink soda, I was always more of a Pepsi dude than a Coke one, so I'll put Pepsi at 2.
Pepsi at 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Next up. Again, I don't know if I'd consider this number 2 to anybody, but maybe it is. Little Caesars Pizza. What do you think number 1 pizza? I mean, in my mind, the number 2 pizza would be Domino's versus Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make the case for either Pizza Hut or Domino's, I guess, being...
Although he does say in the thing, not just number 2, but also alternative brands.
Gotcha. I can't remember the last time I've been to Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go to Pizza Hut or Domino's either. I don't really eat pizza much anymore unless I make it.
Yeah.
So I don't eat cheese.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I can't eat cheese, really.
No cheese.
It bothers my tummy too much.
Want some cheese, lady?
So for that reason, I got to put any sort of, whether it's Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, any pizza product, I got to put it at 6 because it's got too much cheese on it for me.
Pizza, no way. All right, the last one.
I do appreciate that Little Caesars at least is advancing the technology of pizza cooking to such a degree that you can order it and you show up and your pizza's piping hot still.
Yeah, I like Little Caesars because
so I respect the hell out of Little Caesars for that in offering their products at an affordable price.
It's so affordable.
I appreciate that. So don't consider the 6th spot a slight. It's just the cheese aspect for me.
No slice. All right. And then so I guess at your number 3 spot,
yeah,
you've got Powerade.
Yeah, Powerade's all right. For a while, I don't know if they still do this, but it was a little effervescent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a skosh. Unless I was drinking bad Powerade, it started turning into vinegar.
That could be. I don't know the last time I actually had Powerade.
Yeah, there was a spell where I was into Powerade.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, I feel pretty good about this.
All right. There you go. I think you did a good job here. Well done. Well done. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you guys. No show tomorrow. We're going straight to Elimination Chamber from here.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.